Hearts content.
74 days ago, 5,000 humans from across the globe woke up in houses they didn't know, next to people they didn't know, with jobs they'd never worked, kids they never had, surrounded by mysteries, cryptids, and magic. These 5,000 humans came to accept their lives in the town of Everhaven. But on the 73rd day, 2 of humans died. On the 74th, the humans embarked on a quest beneath the surface to recover the bodies. Instead, they found the massive, pulsating heart of Everhaven. Join me as we watch what happens next.
Jesus Christ. So all this time, Everhaven was just one massive cryptid?
We've been living on this thing.
But what
The ground shakes, and the ruby door glows as it slams shut, separating all of the humans.
No! Susan is back out there!
You weren't supposed to come down here.
What are you?
That, Mars Alros, as I believe you deduced yourself, I am Everhaven.
So the believers were right? What do you want?
Nothing. You are the ones who entered. I believe you have questions you need answered.
What? So this is just gonna be an interview? We can ask you anything and you'll tell us the truth?
I suppose, from all you've endured, I believe you deserve the truth.
Okay, then let's start with the basics. What is this place?
Everhaven is me. I am Everhaven. Every house, building, piece of technology, all of that is an extension of my magical influence.
So whenever we tried to leave, that was you, bending the roads.
Subconsciously, yes.
Okay, who cares about that stuff? Why did you do this? Why did you take us from our homes? Why did you trap us here only to do nothing until somebody got murdered?
You know, I found it amusing during the first week, hearing the theories. I could hear everything. Some believed this was the afterlife. Some believed I'd spared you all from an apocalyptic event. And of course, many believed all of this was a government ruse.
Answer me.
Fine. The truth. The reason why I took you from your lives was because I needed you. I am Everhaven, a bridge between the supernatural and natural, spawning cryptids to run my shops and interact with the wild ones. I created a community, safe from humans, Alauim, immigrated the massive cryptid community to my forests. Throughout history, they've lived in my houses, worked in my shops, just for fun. But the presence I have in this reality is one that requires great energy to maintain. The cryptids would never stay long, and after centuries, I made the discovery that led me to taking you all.
Rick, Fred, and the others all stare attentively at the massive heart.
I will die if I am not inhabited. I used to allow humans to enter should they find me. Some would speak refugee, others aimed to hunt the cryptids. It became a slaughterhouse on both ends. Yaroslav Litvin and Lula Padel were not the first ones to die on my streets. Once the Lauim entered my boundaries, I spent decades working with it to keep dangerous humans and cryptids alike out. Unfortunately, over the years, my life force began to wither. So, nearing death, I used the last burst of my magic to pull 5,000 people to inhabit my homes. I tapped into your subconsciousness to generate jobs, match couples, and send the children to the best-suited parents.
You kidnapped us to keep you alive? Do you not see how selfish that is?
Selfish, maybe, but it's survival. Morality, ethics, It becomes blurred when you're a celestial entity facing death.
It clears up once you start feeling rejuvenated, though, doesn't it? You knew what you were doing keeping us here. Why not just ask for volunteers? You took me from my wife!
I picked you all randomly. There would have been no truly fair way to select.
Yes, there would. Try not taking people who are just starting their lives. Don't take people with dying family members. Don't take anybody.
I had to. And did I ever harm you? No. I gave you jobs, friends, companions who you'd never have met otherwise.
You may not have harmed us, but you brought in that man who killed the girl I cared about.
I'm sorry. Truly. The deterioration of his mental health was not something I could have seen coming, but I took care of him swiftly.
You killed him.
I panicked. Sure, maybe I didn't do a background check on everyone, but nobody had malicious intent.
That was your only criteria?
This isn't getting anywhere. You must have been aware that not everybody had adjusted, but you wouldn't let a single person leave?
I thought I made it clear that you weren't meant to leave, with the roads and all. But no, because if I let the most desperate person out, you'd all have known there was an easy way out. You'd all unadjust the second you regained hope of leaving.
When everybody tried, you could have slipped some of them through. That wouldn't have done anything.
No, then you all would have believed you could leave. Everyone had to stay. I tried to tell you through Herbert, but unfortunately he had less influence than I'd hoped.
Everyone in the chamber goes dead silent, eyes widening in horror.
The election. It was rigged. You've been controlling Herb?
Speaking of Herbert, it's best we observe how he's doing.
No, I can't believe this! They're all gone! There has to be some other way down. They left me behind. No, the magic is trying to keep me away from them. I don't hear the voices now. I'm free! Okay, Herb, what do I do?
Herb begins pacing around, looking at the tools at his disposal.
I can't break back in, but there has to be some other way in. What even are sewers? Use your stupid brain. They all lead somewhere. A fucking septic tank. I have to figure this out.
Herb continues pacing until a light bulb goes off in his head.
I have access to the city plans. It's not too late.
Herb swiftly collects himself and runs optimistically towards Town Hall, but his smile and his heart break once he realizes the door won't open.
No, you can't do this! Let me in!
The door does not budge, and Herbert Cornwell gives up. He takes a seat and stares at the horizon, holding his face in his hands.
I'm screwed. We're all screwed.
I wasn't controlling him. I was just feeding him ideas. I needed a conduit to communicate with you all.
Why not one of us? Why a kid?
He's 20.
He doesn't deserve this. No wonder he swished around about wanting to leave. And stopping us from being here. You didn't want us to be here.
There was only so much I could do to prevent you from being here, thanks to that sword. But once you entered, all I could do was wait.
Mars looked down at the broken sword, then back to the massive pulsating heart.
Anything else I can answer?
You're stalling.
Rick has everyone's attention.
Once we got down here, you had to let us get here. You could have turned the sewers into a maze, but to what avail? Now you've got us here doing a fun little AMA. You don't know what to do now, do you?
Here's a suggestion. You let us leave. Nobody will stay here knowing what you are, what you've done.
No.
You have no cards to play. We know your secrets. You have to let us go.
I'm not so sure I do. I locked you all in here for a reason. Yes, you know the truth, but the others don't.
Is that a threat? You'll trap us in here?
Heavens no. But I believe we can come to an agreement.
The humans trapped in the heart's chamber.
That's enough from you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Well, what's the agreement?
I have the power to give you anything you could want. There are vacant spots in my town, Richard. I can bring your wife, Fred.
Say that again.
I can bring you your...
You think I want that? I want to go back to her and live the life I had. Why would I ever bring her into this shit?
Hey, Everhaven? I assume that's your name, right?
Yes.
Here's the offer I have for you. Let us leave. 2 people are dead and their families need to know.
I can't. I need you, every one of you. You give me life, which allows me to give life to more cryptids. I am sanctuary. I am necessary.
If you needed every single one of us, you would have been screwed the second Lula died. Her life mattered, and as glad as I am that Yaroslav is dead, he clearly didn't matter either.
We won't sacrifice the lives of the families we had for you.
Mars grabs the shattered blade of the sacred sword and lunges towards the heart of Everhaven.
How's this for an offer? We leave, you die!
No!
No!
Everhaven produces a supernova of spectral light, and within a heartbeat, Coral and everyone in the heart's chamber are right outside, are pulled away with a flood of extra-dimensional magic. Herbert Cornwell, alone on the streets of Everhaven, only catches a glimpse of the light before he too is swept away. The other citizens can barely see each other as the abyss of light pulls them all in vastly different directions. The sun and moon above are moving backwards at an incomprehensible rate.
Sweetie, wake up. You missed your alarm. It's 10:25.
What? Is it... What? Destiny. Destiny? Oh my god, it's really you.
Rick? What? You're late for work.
Huh? Babe, it's me. I'm back.
Yeah? What are you talking about?
I was gone. Missing for like 2.5 months.
Ricky, what do you mean? You must have had a horrible nightmare. We fell asleep together last night, and now we're here. I've never seen you like this. Are you okay?
What day is it?
June 14th?
No, time has passed?
Honey, what did you dream about?
Welcome, average listeners and enjoyers of the mundane, to the home of Richard and Destiny Brooks. Located in Alberta, Canada, nothing of interest happens here. Allow me to be your guide to this completely simple tale as I share with you the experiences of this happily married couple. Okay, listen carefully. We've been following this tale together for a while, so listen to me now. This story is only just beginning, and one citizen of Everhaven still remains.
What? What happened? Hello?
Herb begins to wander the empty streets as house numbers scramble, store names vanish into thin air. He finds himself staring at the town hall of Everhaven, the door wide open.
Herbert, you need to come back.
Her voice is enough to re-spread her influence, and more important, her words.
They made it out, Herb. All of them. But they left you behind.
They abandoned me?
Yes, but I won't. Come back inside. As long as this town has its mayor, everything will be okay.
Yes. Business as usual.